All right, so we're going to work out the chord progression for Bad Day by Fuel. We're going to just basically, there's really only two parts of the song. There's the, the verse part, and there's a chorus. The intro is just basically an extension of the verse. So we'll start with the verse. Verse part is 4 chords. The progression is A, F sharp, D major, and then D minor, and then it goes back to the A. So in the progression, it starts and stops on the same chord, which is this A major chord. Okay, so now that we got that part out of the way, I'll just play it real quick so you hear it, right? So that's that A, F sharp, D minor, and back to the A. Okay, so it's doing some kind of accent work while he's playing the progression. So you can finger these chords however is the most comfortable for you. I'm just going to show you what I like doing. So I play the A with my middle and ring finger both on the 2nd fret, on the 4th and the 3rd string. We're muting the 6th string. We don't want to play that. So 5 open. And then the pinky is what's doing kind of like the melodic work here. So we'll put that also on the 2nd fret. So here's the actual A. And you can hear in the song what he's doing is he's picking his pinky off and then putting it back on. So he starts with it on. And at the end he's like hammering it on. So hammer on, you're opening the string and then dropping your pinky on. So it's... So if we just look at that string, it's literally... Right? So the cool part about that is the next chord is really just 1 finger extra on there. I drop my thumb to make that F sharp. You can use your pointer finger if that's more comfortable. But you'll see that he's doing the same thing with the pinky. He's just lifting it off and putting it back on, and that kind of gives it that extra melody piece in the back. So... minor. So what I do is I'll play it this way, like a regular D, lift my middle finger off the last string, and then kind of reposition my fingers. So like leaving my ring finger anchored in. If you want, you could just play the D to start with this weirder configuration. Weirder in my opinion, but middle finger on the 2nd fret, ring finger on the 3rd fret, and pointer finger on the 2nd fret, because then you can just slide it down. But that's totally up to you. So that's basically the whole verse. And that's it. My thumb kind of hangs out here the whole time. The only time I'm actually fretting on the 2nd fret is for that F sharp. For all the other notes, it's just kind of hanging out there so that I can strum free with the right hand and not worry about accidentally playing that 6th string. So that's pretty much the verse. So now that we got that, the next part's the chorus, which is really only 3 chords. We're going to worry about the challenge on here is really just going to be the transitions. I'll just go over the different chords and then we'll go over the transitions. So the chords are pretty simple. We're going to do the D again. This is just a regular D major chord. So again, muting the 6th string. The other chord that's in here is the E major. And this one we can let all the strings loose. Third chord is a pretty much, if you want to look at it as an F sharp power chord, so hopefully you know the power chords pretty regularly. That's F sharp is a root, and then we're going to play the 4th fret on the strings 5 and 4. And you could play it that way, and that's fine. What I actually like to do, and I would recommend if you have the finger dexterity, or at least to practice, play the root with your thumb, because that frees up your pointer finger. And what you can do is actually play this 3rd string back on the 2nd fret. And if you can manage this chord shape, what that'll let you do is play all 6 strings, and it gives you this nice, like, I don't know, ringing, sustaining sound that I think kind of plays in well. So with those 3 chords, you're gonna get the shape of this is actually that 4th chord which ends the chorus, and this is pretty much a B chord. So it's kind of, again, based on a power chord shape. So you're playing the root on the B, which is on the 5th string, 2nd fret. That's a B right there. And then again, same power chord shape. Take your ring finger and then put it on the 4th string, 4th fret, and then drop your pinky behind it on the 3rd string, 4th fret. You can, if these kind of chords are too hard, you can just do a power chord here. That'll still work. But it sounds better if you get that middle finger in on that 2nd string. Just to kind of play that one note. It really polishes the chord off and gives it that kind of like suspense that it's looking for in the song. But again, you can do it with the power if you want. So again, it starts in a G. So that's just basically how he transitions back in. So the only other unique thing, so again, we'll go through, and it starts on D and uses the E really briefly as kind of a transition chord to get into this F sharp chord. So it's D. So it's just like a one quick swipe down on that E. So you strum on the D. Time, instead of going back to the E, I just take that middle finger off, or whatever finger you're using to fret the 1st string. Just gives it that open sound, and then back to that B. That last one's